love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't stop. Just step it up. Don't stop.
This video is brought to you by the 9% and is powered by Petty Vision Productions. Now sit back and enjoy the show.
I wake up every minute with the fever dreams. I push my mind to a limit where it needs to be. I work blind, got vision I don't need to see. I'm picking mind over matter, I believe in me. I need to find more hours in the day to breathe. Need to find more power in the way I be. And when my mind turns sour with the painful scenes, I need to scream out loud, I can't stop me. I wanna be the greatest like Rocky. You know I leave them all hating like a hobby. I'm out here making moves like a lobby. And if you ain't with me, it's your loss. See, I got my mind on the facts, I'm a python, grab what I like real fast. So until I have everything I attack, everything that I lack, everything that I want, and I see matter of fact. Cause I'm my own worst enemy. Only if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny. Deep up in my mind I manifest it. Every morning I wake up obsessed and everything I do the best. And deep within my mind you know I'll always manifest it.
Mic check. Okay, there we go. Okay, we in the game. All right, we back. My bad, my busy. But what up, though? It's the word. You see the title. We gonna talk about it. But first, what up, 9? Appreciate you, sis. Appreciate you. Hey, this is something I wanted to do new. I'm calling it let's keep it 100, you know. In these conversations, I'm gonna just keep it 100. Whatever people ask, and whatever I talk about, I am gonna have different subjects I want to touch on, but ultimately, that's what this is. We're gonna keep it 100. We're gonna keep it a buck, you know. Feelings can be left at the door. Let's talk like adults, you know. So whatever y'all ask, I'm gonna answer, and we could just go keep it 100. What up, 9? What up, 9? So yeah, that's what we're doing. We just go keep it 100, whatever it is. But like I said, I do want to talk about a couple things and the importance of personal development. I wanted to talk about that because that's something that we should be inspiring to do. You know, if we want better, we got to do better. That's just in life. How do you do that? You get better. You know, I always looked at it like, what can I do to be of value? I don't, that's just how I'm wired. You know, some people look like, how can I make money? You know, my dreams and goals in life ain't the same as other people. You know, I didn't grow up with my mother and father. So, you know, I inspired to do that and do that on a high level, you know. And that's what my dreams and goals are, you know. So whatever tools or resources I can use to do that, to enjoy my family, I'm gonna do that. That's what I'm gonna do. You know, that's why we put together the nine, right? Trying to build legacy. That's it. Just trying to do something special in life. Why not? You know, we got skills, we got knowledge, we got wisdom, and we using that to help make people better. So even teaching self development, life coaching, mentoring, doing all that, I have to develop myself. You know, as we get older, we're supposed to get wiser. That's development. So this is something that people do consistently. So the importance of that is the it just makes you a better person, makes you more valuable to other people. Just working on yourself, you know, being that asset, being that reliable person. Bronze, what up, though, brother? Appreciate you. Tay eats y'all. Tay eats y'all. What up, sis? What up, Nine?
Hey, what's going on?
Nothing, chillin', chillin'. Introducing this new segment. We're gonna see how it works. Let's keep it 100. So in this segment, I'm gonna just keep it 100. You know, whatever people ask, you know, whatever I talk about is just I'm gonna just keep it 100. Um, I think that should be normal, but let's have fun with it.
Okay, that's what's up.
So,
Give me a second and I'll
oh, for
be in.
sure. So even if trolls come in, let them ask their question. Let the trolls ask the question. I don't have feelings for them, so I don't know them. So I don't mind. So if trolls do come in and want to ask, but personal development, right? We're supposed to try to get better to do better, and we can create better. You know, that's what we do, and that's what we create. Life, kids. You know, our kids be better than us, and we just keep making the generation ahead of us better by being better, being that example that they can see, that they can aspire to be. You got to do that, right? And I'm just keeping it 100 because if you don't, then what's gonna happen? The latter of it, you know, the other side, the duality of it. That's what happens, and that's why you see the conditions that we see now. You know, in society, people don't care about people. People use people. People abuse people. People materials are more valuable than people. Even kids, you know, materials and that's more valuable than people than life. People find reasons to argue instead of find reasons how to build together. And just that in itself, right? You can do more with people than you can do without. That's just a fact. We can all observe that. Cities got built not by a single person, but by people. That's how things, you know, happen. It's by cooperation. Many different things cooperate in the environment, in nature. Think about what it takes to grow a tree. You need seed, you need the sun, you need the water, you need the soil, you need all these things to create a tree. Well, the seed is the tree, but without the other compounds or the other components, then it ain't no tree. It's just a seed. So for that seed to evolve into a tree, it need cooperation from other things. That's what you need. That's how you get better in life. You only can know so much. People have to expose you to things that you don't know. If you only know about the Bible, you'll never know about the Quran, right? Unless somebody said, hey, there's another book called the Quran. You wouldn't know about Hinduism unless somebody told you. If you was just focused on the Bible, you wouldn't know about all these other things. I was looking around, right? I was looking around on YouTube, and I seen so many videos that had like tons of views, right? And I'm looking at like what the videos are, and a lot of them is about knowledge, about information. And then you go into the comments and look and see who's responding. And honestly, the mass majority of people are white people. And I'm just looking like, but most of the videos, a lot of the videos are made by black people. So that is a component that I never understood. There will be more people outside of who you are that come get the information than the people inside. And that's just my perspective. That's just what I see. I'm not saying that's for everybody. I'm just saying that's what I'm saying. I'm just keeping it 100. That's just been my experience. That's just been my experience. But I will say this too. A lot of people just don't. They don't know how not to compete. Like, people don't know how not to compete because we wired to compete. We wired for that. It's like people wired for drama. We wired for drama. We need a little drama. Even the best of us need a little drama. But that's how we wired. A lot of our experiences was traumatic. I know mine was growing up. I ain't gonna say it's a condition, but it's a condition. It's conditioning to accept certain things. Certain things are normal. Certain things are okay. So when we see it, it's like, yeah, that goes on. That's part of life. And living in reality, that's just the reality, right? Reality is what exists. And it's a ton of things that exist. But our own individual reality, we got to understand that, that's just ours. That's how we look at stuff. That's how we perceive stuff. But when it comes to other people, they got their own individual reality. So they may perceive the same thing differently. And that's not wrong or right. That's just predicated on their experiences. That's just predicated on their experiences. So that's why I don't fault nobody for the way they look at life. Just don't fault me. And we good to go. And we good to go. But ain't nobody got no questions in the chat. Where everybody at? How everybody doing tonight? How's everyone doing tonight? You're on a late night show with the word and Tate. Welcome to the nine.
No, you didn't. Hold on, let me share you out.
You said what?
I forgot. Let me share you out.
You said no, you didn't. Hey man, we gotta have fun too, man. I enjoy life. You know what? Let's talk about that. Let's keep it on it. Because you say this all the time. I'm not gonna not be myself. And no, even I understand people say act professional, act this, act that. That shit's still fake to me. It's like I'm gonna always be professional, but I'm gonna be real when I do it. Even when I'm professional, I'm real. So I had like
Agreed, but we live in this world where, sometimes the way you act is not accepted, right? So,
and that's why I had to create my own lane. That's why I have to create my own lane because I ain't trying to be accepted. I'm straight. I ain't jumping through no hoops or hurdles. You make people feel comfortable and these be bigger monsters than you ever thought you would.
for real though. But that's why I fought all of my life trying to figure out, trying to be me and trying to balance. And it was difficult for me. And that's why I say I'm not made to be in the workforce. I'm not made for that stuff. Because when you're in the workforce, you can't be yourself. Let's be real. You can't. Ain't nobody.
No, you can't. You can't. But I did as much as I could. I ain't gonna lie. When I worked in the hospital, I did. Man, if I told you, I'll tell you. But and people knew they didn't care because I got the job done. But it was like I couldn't. I just had to be me. That's you know how stressful it is to watch somebody like go like lose their life. Like once you see that, and it's your job to help keep them alive. And that's why people who work in the medical field, they got a lot of PTSD. They got a lot of PTSD. I mean, a lot of them are alcoholic. As soon as they get off, they go get a drink. You got to. You didn't watch people sick all day. Some people you can help, some people you can't. All day, 5 days a week, 15 years. Mr. West is in the building. Hold on. I can't. Hold on. Where's my thing at? I don't know where is it. Okay, here we go.
Keith West is in the building, y'all. Welcome, Mr. West.
Welcome, Mr. West. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Nate the Great, the Natrix is in the building. Hey, you on Clapper too? Clapping. I see you. I see you. The Natrix is everywhere. But that like just being me though, um, I just understood you just gotta have the right people around you so you can be you. People who encourage you to be you, who appreciate you for you. Um, those are the people that you can progress with because everybody else is gonna be a problem eventually. Mute. Okay. So yeah, so that's important. Just be you. And like you said, when you're in the workforce, you have to comply. Sir, it's decorum. When you go in somebody's house, it's decorum. So that's how I look at the workforce. But some of the things they want you to do or overlook, or I can't do it. If I can't be me, I can't do it. But that's the thing too. To even do that, you got to know yourself. To be yourself, you got to know yourself. And a lot of people don't take the time to know themselves, know their strengths, know their weaknesses. Uh, When you do that, there's so many benefits in it. Because once I know my weaknesses, a lot of times you can strengthen your weaknesses. But even when you can't, guess what? You can put people around you who's strong in that department. You know, Channel Chill, what up, though? Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Hey, man, I gotta rap to you, bro. It's some You was kicking some stuff on some shoes, and I think I got a pair of them, and I want to see. Cause I'm like, hold on, brother, I'm gonna throw in the box. But appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. But yeah, just being yourself, right? You have to learn who you are because a lot of times, we influenced by other people, right? A lot of things we think and feel, they ain't our true thoughts or our true feelings. They were adopted.
Hmm. And if you don't know yourself, people gonna tell you who you is. Either or, which one you want to choose.
And I think that's important because once you know who you are, then you can just be yourself, and then you can put yourself around the people who, um, resonate with you.
Right. And then you can take yourself away from people that you know. Because you know, like, I can't deal with people like this. Let me move around. You
Hmm.
know? You know what to put yourself around, and you know when to remove yourself. So that's the good thing too as well. Hey everybody, I'm sorry if anybody spoke. I'm really not paying attention to the chat, but hello everyone. How are y'all doing?
But that's the important part too, because I always say this: it's just things in life. If you if you truly think about it, take all the emotions out. The things in life that you around a lot and you comfortable with is generally because you can tolerate it. When you can't tolerate things, that's when it become a problem. So I just got to the point where to make sure I can tolerate things before I indulge into them. Before I put everything into them, I got to make sure I can tolerate it. Because if I can't, it's gonna be a problem. I know that word is kind of harsh, but at the end of the day, that's what it truly is. Is at what level can you um, experience this? That's why some people, when they get around like a confident person, they feel less confident because it's like I can't fake confidence because it's confidence here. They can't tolerate that, so they don't put themselves around those type of people. I wanted to talk about that too, right? Because we got people in the chat and try to get intrinsic butt over here. Anti, try to get intrinsics over. But because I want to ask this too because like I hear you speak about this a lot, and I just want to pick your brain for a minute, like you pick mine. But when we talk about intuition, what is your thoughts on? Is that some like for me? I equate intuition and discernment. That's the same thing to me. But what is your take on it? And then I want to pick your brain on that.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Intuition and discernment for me, they both the same, you know. But as far as what is you asking me, what is intuition, or
Yeah, like
what's
what
your
what
question?
well, like yeah, what is intuition? What when people say that, like what does that what is your perception or your understanding? Like when people say like my intuition or my discernment, what is your understanding of what that is?
To me, that's your inner self giving you a heads up. That's your inner self telling you spiritually what's going on. You know, it's really unseen. It's the unseen. It's just like giving you a hint. This is why, like something will come across your mind and you'll think something about this person, but you'll talk yourself out of it because you'll say, "Oh no, they can't be like this," or they can't. It's really your body telling you, your inner self saying, "Hey, alert, alert." You know, I guess that's
Shep,
how you explain it. I don't know how to give it a correct term for it.
no, I think that was dope. Shep is in the building. What up, Shep?
What up, D Shrew?
Oh, she works super early. We have to catch her on the weekend. But oh yeah, that's what she said she was getting on. Um, now let me pick your brain, because I understand your understanding, right? Do you feel your intuition or discernment can be compromised?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It can be compromised. Because if you are not in the right space, you know, yeah, it can be compromised. If you're not in the right space. Like if you have been, let's say this, I don't know how to explain it, but just if you have been in a situation where you have been manipulated so many times or you have been beat down, you are most likely not in a space where you can have discernment to figure out certain things. This is why sometimes you have to step back from people, from energies, and work on focus on yourself, improve yourself. That way your intuition can be heightened and not misjudged, I guess, if that's how you want to say it.
And see, that's what I always like when I hear people say it. I try to understand um from what, because like even from what you said, right? So if I explain it like this, tell me if it makes sense. Like when it comes to your intuition or discernment, you have to understand where it's coming from. Are you on a low vibration feeling, or are you on a higher vibration feeling? Because like even when we talk about the demons inside, like I told you, is the God and the devil is within you, and whichever one you resonate with, that's the one um, that's go you go function out of that emotion. You can just say the lower spectrum of the emotional chart is the devil, and the higher spectrum is God. If you want to talk about discernment, like you said, your inner self, we talk about the soul, right? I tried to explain to people, our emotions are the language of the soul, right? So now when you functioning, or when you having that inner conversation with the intuitional discernment about a situation, you got to understand where you function at. So when I say even compromise, because that emotion, that inner thought still has to go through the process of rationalizing. You go think once you feel, right? So you have to, at that point, that's when you understand where it's coming from. People don't do that. They just feel it and go with it. Not understanding where it's coming from is a process. Soul, mind, body, feel, thought, action.
Yeah, it's like having gifts. It's like having gifts, but not being, I don't know how to explain, but not being in a certain space to use the gift correctly.
Rachie, what up, though? Appreciate you. Not nurturing that gift. Not exploring that gift, not learning about that gift.
Right.
Um,
You just playing around with it and you automatically thinking like, oh, it's like you pick up a tool and it's like you know what you're doing and it's like, nah, that's not what it's how it's used or and you all along you thinking, oh yeah, this is it. Like, oh, this is what it meant. And then somebody come along and say, no, it's meant for this.
yeah. Or this is how you properly use it. You know how many
Right.
times that happened to me?
Right.
I'm
And then you like,
literally,
oh damn.
I'm talking about literally with a tool. With a tool. I remember like especially working on houses. You just using certain like putty knives. Like that ain't what that one's for. Using a T square a certain way. Like, no, you're supposed to use it like this. Like, like, oh man. So yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. That's funny. He's a tool. Your inner self can be jaded if you're not spiritually clean. Yeah, you got to be aligned, man. You got to know where it's coming from. Because a lot of times what happens is, like I said, you'll be, oh, that's cool. like a lot of times, like I said, you got to be centered, and like bro said, you got to be spiritually clean, to actually resonate higher to really fulfill the functions. And even if it's the lower self, it's still giving you a warning. Sometimes it can be warning you about you. It ain't really the other person, it's you. That's why I say you got to use your mind to
Now that's deep.
rationalize. Yeah, you got to, man. I'm telling you this from experience. Like when you put things to practice, I'm not telling y'all this because it sound good. I'm telling y'all this because it's my experience. Like I used that process. When things was telling me stuff, I had to rationalize. Like, no, that's my insecurity. That's not this person doing this to me. That's me. But now I want to defend myself because this person said something that made me feel uncomfortable. So now they're wrong for making me feel uncomfortable. But the uncomfortable is the truth. So now where do you go? I had to go fix myself. Okay, he pointed something out that was right, and it made me feel insecure because he was right. I noticed. Like that's like somebody roasting you, right? About your shoes. If your shoes beat up, how you gonna get mad at them? If it's the truth, it's the truth. No matter how it's delivered, it's still the truth. It can be delivered nicely or harsh, but the truth is the truth. He said, I'm listening, working on more shorts. I challenged you 3 a day. You've been doing two, 3 a day. He had the Super Saiyan Goku, the Super Saiyan God Goku blue hair earlier. But the truth is the truth. Lady Shay, what up, though, sis? Appreciate you.
Hey, Lady Shay. Oh, that's a good point, D. What you made, it can be jaded. That's a good one. I like that.
And see, D, you dropped three? Okay, I missed one. Oh, no, that didn't count. That counted it. Okay, I see what you're saying. Lady Shay in the building. Hey, we was just talking about intuition, Lady Shay. And so you don't have to rewind. I'm gonna rewind for you. I can't even do the sound effect. But imagine me doing the sound effect, right? Okay, I just did it. So, so what we were saying about like intuition and discernment, that's like our inner self giving us guidance, but we were saying it can be compromised um, from outside experiences, things that we encounter in life. And to understand if it's working for us or against us, we have to go through the process of filtering it with our conscious mind, right? So once we have that feeling or discernment, we have to understand, is it for us or against us? Is it the person or is it us? Are we functioning our higher or lower self? Is it saying the person is dangerous or we dangerous? So yeah, just to catch you up. That's your favorite subject. Yeah, we just talking. We just keeping it 100 tonight. That's all we doing. So any questions y'all want to ask in the chat? You had to restart your phone. Appreciate you, great brother. Appreciate you. But anybody got questions in the chat? We gonna keep it 100 tonight. This is
So let
something
me
that
so let me just analyze this real quick, right? What I think typically goes on in my mind. But let me just explain to people who maybe don't understand, right? So when someone does something or you feel like someone did something to you, you begin to analyze in your head. Okay, you start I typically want to start with me and be like, okay, well, was I jealous at any point? Did I ever feel like I was competing with this person? Did I ever feel like my light was dim around them? Did I feel, right? You begin to start asking your question like, did I feel some type of way when this person was around? Like, meaning, like, was there some way that what's the word? You know what I'm saying? Like, is there a way that I compromised the situation or I did
Mm,
anything to add to that situation or whatever? Right? And
right.
then once you like question yourself, and if they all are no, but if deep down inside you get that gut feeling like, yeah, I could have been slightly jealous, or yeah, I could have been, then you know what I mean? That's something you got to examine yourself and ask yourself, okay, well, why do I feel like this? Am I not adequate enough? What is it that's making me feel this way? Right? And then if you don't feel like, look, I was being real upfront with this person. I know who I am. I am very comfortable within. I wasn't threatened by this person at all. Just whatever the situation is, then it's like, okay. That's how you decipher, right?
And see, I enjoy when you hit the panel. You know why? Because I say stuff so bland. You know what I usually say? I ask myself why. Well, you literally just broke the process down. You always, me personally, right? I go through this process first. I question myself. I question myself. I make sure, first things first, these are my feelings, so I'm gonna take accountability for them. I want to know why I feel this way. I'm just not gonna put it on someone else, and then I will explore it. And like I said, if it's me, if the person, look at the action, you know, like I said, okay, the delivery system may suck, but if what a person saying is true, then it's true. That's just what it is. If a fact is a fact. So if somebody say something and it hurt my feelings, but they tell them the truth, no matter how they delivered it, it's a fact.
It's a fact, period. And that's something you have to examine. You have to be like, it's gut wrenching to
Yeah,
hear
it
it.
is.
It's gut wrenching because you don't want to hear the damn truth when someone's saying something about you and you know that shit true. And a lot of people act like, I don't know, you know what I mean? A lot of people want to deny, but nah, you get that gut deep down. I'm telling you, it's a feeling. You like, goop. Like, you can feel that shit. You know
Yeah.
when it's real.
Mhm.
And
And
see, oh,
oh,
go
I
ahead,
was gonna
son.
say
Oh
something
no,
quick.
oh no,
I
go
was
ahead.
gonna say, the reason why you ask yourself, why Tay asked herself, why I asked myself, was it something that I did? Cause we not a victim. You know who don't never ask themselves if it's something that they did? A victim. Cause they always they ain't never did nothing. I don't care what situation it is, they ain't never did nothing. It's always somebody else. It's always somebody else's fault. Somebody else. So they don't never ask themselves, was it something that I did? Am I tripping? Like they don't ask themselves that because they are professional victims. Literally, their whole life, professional victim. So they never ask themselves like, was it something I did wrong? Was it me? If this happened to me multiple times with multiple people, could this possibly be me? No. They a victim in every situation. Poor little Tink Tink.
I'm poor little Tink Tink. Don't get my name on. I'm poor little Tink Tink. Can't see. Always tripping over something. But I cannot disagree. I couldn't even put it uh, more poetically. That was beautifully said because um, and I wanted to answer Lady Shade too. Is common sense the same as intuition? I'm gonna say no. And the reason I'm gonna say no because I feel just my opinion. Um, Common sense is more of a thought process. Intuition is more of a feeling. So
Hmm.
I never
I agree.
associate. I never, and the reason I disassociate thoughts with feelings, and I separate them as two separate components because they conflict a lot. So they can't be the same thing. Um, Not only that is A lot of times, like I said, when you feel something, that's predicated to you, but you can share a similar thought. You can share a similar feeling, but a thought can be rationalized. You know, we can have the same thoughts, but we may still feel different about it, even though we think the same. You know, you can say war is necessary, right? We can both agree that war is necessary, but I might think war bad. You might think it's good, but we can agree it's necessary. So we have the same thought. We just have different feelings about it. Did that make sense?
Yeah, I felt it.
Get tired of the victim mentality. And see that's the thing, man. I don't know where you go. I mean, I guess Ressa Tessa got somewhere with it, but you really not gonna get nowhere with that in life. You will always be the victim. Look at the brick lady. Hold on, let me get a spoon real quick. I'm about to tear this blizzard up.
Who
Holding it
is the
down.
brick? Who is the brick lady, Tay?
Oh, that chick that lied about said she got hit by a brick by some dude or
Oh,
something.
gotcha. Right, and had everybody wine and dine and pissed off, and this chick lying. That
Yeah.
crying wolf syndrome, like literally, crying wolf should be a crime, and well, I'm sure it's called something illegal, but it should definitely be a crime for people to do stuff like that. Like, what happens when a person get acquitted for a crime that they didn't do? Do they go lock up the person who lied? Like, do they get jail time? Cause, whew,
Mm. Lady Shade, that's not an oxymoron. That's not an oxymoron. What that is, for me, my thought process is my feeling. No, I mean if you feel to think, that's how you manifest. When you feel to think, when you think to feel, then that's something outside influencing you. Generally, sometimes your own thoughts. But even then, if you're thinking bad about yourself, I don't think that's I don't think that's natural. I don't think that's something somebody just does on their own. I think it's influenced by something. You having negative thoughts about yourself.
I'm stay up here a little while. Probably like the next 15 minutes. I gotta get up early in the morning and go do something, y'all. In the
Okay.
morning, waitress.
Of necessary, I can't we just love and be. Hey, man, that's the simple thing, man. That will be. I think that in the ideal world, that's what it'll be.
We're fucking that blizzard up, yeah.
Man, it's that caramel turtle. Boy, I'm telling you, man.
That's what he eating.
Hmm.
Yeah. That's
A
why he's
caramel turtle
stopping,
blizzard. Hmm.
stopping in between his words.
I'm doing an ASMR.
And leave him alone.
He doing the ASMR. You gotta whisper. Word, you gotta whisper.
When I talk, I whisper.
ASMR.
I'm gonna put you to bed, bed.
Right. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, disclaimer on March the 31st, on March the 29th, March the 31st, and probably April 1st and April 2nd. I'm gonna be MIA, y'all.
Mm.
Caramel tur yes, caramel turtle.
Yeah, yeah, brother. I'm telling you.
Commercial break. Look, commercial break while word
Mhm.
tear up that blizzard. Lord, not Carmel. One of my week. Yes. First of all, DoorDash run that late out there.
No, I got this earlier. It's from Dairy Queen. It's
Oh wow.
blue.
Y'all got Dairy Queens out there? I thought it was wow.
No, we fancy.
Mm.
Miss
Commercial break.
Tracy, what up,
Anybody got
though?
any questions? Any questions for the nine? All questions will be answered tonight by the Divine Nine. Any questions? While we in the commercial break.
Not the divine.
Divine Nine. Today commercial is brought to you by the Divine Nine in Word and his Blizzard ASMR. If you have any further questions, please type them in the chat. We will get to you in our earliest convenience. Boop.
Y'all some nut. Dolly, what up, though?
Hey,
Miss
Dolly.
Tracy.
Hey, Miss Tracy.
I had to get with Miss Tracy. It was something she asked me almost a week ago, but I don't think we went back on Bigo. I told her I was gonna go. I can't remember what it was, and I told her, "Oh, I know what it." No, she did it already. I think she did it.
Well, you got a
Did
good
she?
ass memory.
You told her?
No, I think she figured it out. You talk about Miss Tracy?
Yeah.
I'm gonna let Anti answer that.
Okay. Word, no, he lactose intolerant eating that blizzard.
I am. I'm messed up. It's worth it though, man. Sometimes you can just bite the bullet, man. Let
Oh,
me eat
I'm
my
gonna let
blizzard on.
Tay gotta answer that. She the leader. Tay, answer Shay question, please. Big nine.
Man, you can answer that. What you mean
I
I'm a
love
leader?
he put you in the
Who did?
he is petty, boy. Word is the pettiest of the three. He a silent petty.
I'm not doing
Soon
it.
as I said that,
I'm ninja petty.
right, you pop right to the top. Ninja. Shay wanna know why is the nine so abundantly amazing?
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. I, I don't know. Well, you have me as a life path 8, and 8 is abundance. So, what can I stop? Stop.
Right, go ahead, keep going. Go
Let me stop over here capping, okay? Because I've been and told y'all some stuff. I
ahead.
don't know. Somebody answer that question, though.
You answered it. You was going good, I thought.
I answer. Hold on. I got the answer right here. Where you at?
Know what I'm saying? 8 is abundance. So,
Here you go. I got the answer. Y'all ready?
I wanna welcome y'all to Detroit when we say what up, though. That's right. So when you hear this song, I want you to say, hey, what up? Hey, what up, though? 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 See me in the club, shawty know the deal. Pocket full of money, all big face bills. Cartier's on, diamonds in my ears. 25 stacks, so you know the ice clear. Yeah, I'm from the D, where we all do a thing. Say what up, go talk with our own slang. Fresh and cool every time you see me out. Cotton candy shaking, so you know this what I'm about. Get a cap match, shoot.
Boy, I was over here twerking in the handstand. Queen Petty. Oh, you gave her the best name, boy.
Oh man. But Lady Shay, if we was a flavor of ice cream, couldn't be a flavor. We gotta be the whole ice cream parlor. We Baskin Robbins, but we had 33 flavors.
Hmm. If we was Napoleon, word to be brown,
Well, I
tail
gotta
be
be
pink,
brown.
and I'll be white.
You
And
know
take
what though? When you sit up and you describe self word about certain things, I'm actually proud of myself because I didn't know that I was actually, is it emotionally intelligent?
Hmm.
Cause I don't have the words like you do for certain things to say. But when you say certain things, I'm like, oh, I do that. Oh, I do that. And I just explain how I do it, not knowing that, okay, this is the process of emotional intelligence. I had no idea about that.
And see something, and that's a gift. When you do things naturally or things come easy, you have to recognize what that is and why. Because when you look out in society, everybody ain't got it, and the people who got it, they don't know how to use it. And the people who know how to use it, what level do they use it at? And when you just naturally do it, then you understand it was a gift. It was a gift.
a gift,
It was a gift.
a gift.
Chocolate, caramel, strawberry, cinnamon, cameo. It's like candy.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. West is in the building. Hey, but yeah, hey man, I'm excited, man. Well, we probably have to catch her on the weekend, but we announce it later. It'll be more fun doing it. Yeah, we'll do that later. And I
Oh,
can,
yeah.
yeah, don't let the cat out the bag yet. Don't let the cat out the bag. We got
Meow.
we got an unveiling. Um, and
You
it's gonna
don't
be
let the
dope.
cat out the bag because you be
I'm gonna
too
try not
excited
to.
letting
I'm gonna try.
everybody know stuff.
We
I'm gonna
be
try not
excited.
to.
You know we can. We be excited, Tay. Shoot, let us play.
Yeah, just have
I
some
know.
fun.
Right. You know when the 33 and the 3 get together, we be cutting up. Tay.
Three, three,
Hey,
three.
hey, don't be letting all that air in my house. Close that door.
You
Turn
got
that
two
water
big
off.
ass. Hey, you got to deal with two big ass kids. I feel bad for
Right.
you. Poor little tink tink.
For real, we be cutting up.
Poor little tink tink.
You say, did I hear a cat?
Ram.
I'm gonna have to drop down, y'all, but I'm gonna listen till I fall asleep.
Oh, we
For
appreciate you,
sure,
sis.
for
We
sure.
appreciate you.
Yeah. All right, guys. In the nine, we trust. I
And now we trust.
The word mistake antisocial. What's one thing that makes states and completes the nine? We ain't for everybody. Nah. And that's on period, because we have learned that today. We been
Yeah,
through that, but we not for everybody.
I think the biggest thing is us just accepting us for us. Appreciating the individuality of one another. And not only accepting it, but embracing it, learning from it. I'm learning from Tay learning from me, antisocial learning from both of us, and we learning from her. I mean, when you accept people for who they are, you can embrace the individuality of what they have to bring. And, I always say, take what you need and leave the rest for somebody else. You know, maybe you can't use it, but somebody else can. And I think we do that very well. And that's complimenting, right? I think that's the biggest thing because it's things that I don't possess that they possess, that anti possess, and I possess things that they don't. So, like when I was talking about putting people around you who you may have a weakness in an area, but you put a person around you and you can focus on what you do good and let them do what they do good. And I think we just complement each other. Uh oh.
Hmm.
What up, Commander? The General is in the building. The Minister of Defense for the Nine. What up, Nine? Appreciate you, sir.
Hey, Commander. Pew, 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 pew.
Oh, I gotta grab something real quick.
Yeah. I mean, like what Shay was saying, like I had touched on that a little bit on Anti's live, and I was just saying, like, I just feel like a lot of people are weird and they don't have social intelligence. A lot of people are not capable of talking to people, right? And when you, especially if you're on a platform and you dealing with people from social media, and especially if you are the face of the platform, you need some type of social intelligence. You need to be able to speak to people, relate to people, and things like that. That's how people are attracted because people want relatable people. Don't nobody want no robot. You a robot. Can't nobody relate to you. You acting like you perfect. Can't nobody relate to you. But nowadays, like you say things to certain people, and it's like they don't know how to communicate back, and that shit is weird. I just don't, I ain't gonna say I've never dealt with people like that, but it's just like it's weird for me when people can't communicate correctly or in a
And,
certain way.
and like I wouldn't use the term vulnerable, but you have to be accessible. When you're interacting with people, you have to be, you have to give people access to not only tell you what they think, but tell you what they feel. Because that's what humans do. We think and feel. So if Tay can't come to me and say, "Look, I just feel like this. Is this going on? Is that going on?" If she can't come to me and tell me how she feels, then it's gonna be a problem, an issue. If she feel like she can't do it, then she not gonna do it, and those feelings gonna get stronger if they wrong or right. I mean, so I feel you have to be accessible to people's thoughts and feelings. I mean, when you talking
Hmm.
about social intelligence, and like I said, like working in a hospital, I heard a lot of things I didn't want to hear. I mean, just being around my family, I hear a lot of things I didn't want to hear. When I was messing up, they told me about myself. One of my aunts told me I wasn't gonna make it to C-15. That shit hurt. Like, damn, this your auntie. Like telling you, like, dang, for real? You think like that? But it was true. The path I was going down, the things I was doing, that was the high probability. So I had to assess that and make it do what it do. Over small issues, and that's the thing, man. That's how I don't know if it be content, like, because I be thinking like, why take something so small and blow it up? It don't make sense, especially if we cool. So that's why I be thinking like these people ain't cool, and that's why I gave that assessment. When people come together through trauma bonding, when it ain't no trauma to bond over, they go turn on one another. That's just the examples that you're giving on this social media. That's how you got the B sector started, the Mo3 sector. I mean, if you think about that, I mean, when they ain't have nobody else to be mad at, they got mad at one another. Why? Because they weren't together for the right reason. Mm. When Lady Shay, that's all facts. True. Hurt. And you, Lady Shay, I'll be honest with you, the truth don't hurt me no more. I promise you, once you get accustomed, like anything, like when I first drunk beer, I didn't like it. It tastes nasty. But after a while, I acquired the taste, and it didn't bother me, and I enjoyed the buzz I got off of it versus the nasty taste. So that's how the truth was for me. After hearing it so much and accepting it, it don't hurt. The truth is just the truth. That's why I say, no matter how it's delivered, it's just the truth. The realest one is in the building. What up, brother? My ninja, my ninja. But that's how it got for me. But I remember those stages though. So yeah, I know the truth hurt. You know, And I always try to find a delivery system that make people feel comfortable hearing it, right? And that's hard. That's really hard, especially when you don't know people. You can just assume, but and then sometimes it's like, why even bother? You know, if you tell a person the truth, they ain't gonna be receptive. So why even waste my time? That's how I be thinking most of the time. It's like I be thinking about time. I really do, and I'm just not about to waste it. I don't like feeling regret. I don't. So I try not to feel it. I try to avoid it. I mean, if I can avoid it, I avoid it. You know, that's why I only really do things that I won't regret. That's probably why I try a lot of crazy stuff. Well, not crazy no more, but when I was younger, it was like, look, if I don't do it, then I'm gonna regret it. So I'm gonna just do it. And I live with the results. That's just how I live life, man. I'm trying to trauma bond with me yet. My trauma was that's why I rock with lady say, hey, that's some of the real shit I ever spoke. My trauma was bonded alone. Pending leaves for me will still be disappointed. And so I can't hurt so yet. And still, yeah. Yeah, after a while, I'm telling you, after a while, it's not even bitter no more. You begin to appreciate it, right? Because then you realize maybe this is something I was unaware of. You know how many people told me the truth about me, and I was like, damn, I ain't even noticed that. But then when you sit back and think about it, you're like, okay, yeah, I can understand. That is giving off that perception, even if you're not trying to. That's what people see. You can do your best not to be an asshole, but the way you project it, you may think you're not being one, but you really are. You know, so that was a big thing for me is understanding that, you know, even if I don't have ill intent with things, sometimes, you know, people will still feel some type of way, you know. So, like social intelligence, I'm not gonna lie to you. I try not to interact with people that I don't feel will have a good interaction, and that's how I avoid a lot of the things. You can just see certain things in people that you'll be like, nah, it ain't gonna work out. You know, sometimes you see them early, sometimes you see them late, but um, it's up to you to identify those things. And for me, once I identify it, it ain't even a lot of times that the person is a bad person. They just bad for you. That's just life, man. It ain't the fact that a lot of people are bad. They just bad for you. You know, you can see a person with 1,000 friends, but that don't mean they're gonna be a good friend for you. You know, we all different. So just because you ever had a friend that had a friend that was real cool, but you just didn't like their friend, that's what I'm talking about. Y'all got mutual friends, but y'all can't. Y'all don't get along. And it's not the fact that one person is good and one person is bad. It's just oil and water don't mix. You can put it in the same container, but it's gonna separate itself. And that's just life. You know, everything is not go. And the more you force it, the more friction and tension you get. Hope shall pass. Right. Again, something I say all, and I mean all. It's all about chemistry. Yeah, some people just need to be in my space. Need not to be in my space. Mm. And yeah, and something. And I'm gonna paraphrase this. You know, something that somebody said, like this app, it can change people, right? Like this app has the potential to change people. I'm paraphrasing. And that in itself, right? Having that understanding, people, that's what goes back to what I was saying earlier. People can come out here and create a whole new life, right? And the closer you get to them, the bigger the potential you have to figure out this person ain't being authentic. So naturally, especially if they've been doing it for a while, they're gonna want to protect that. So they will push you away. They don't want people too close, because they get exposed. So when bro said that, I was like, that just made sense. Like when he was saying it has the potential to change, and I'm like, yeah, you can have somebody who's been quiet their whole life come on here and just act a nut. Why? Because they free. The people around them ain't gonna accept this shit. But on here, I mean, they can be whatever or whoever. That's just what this app has the potential to do. You see people who never got in no trouble, but as soon as they get on here, they start doing things and get in trouble. This thing, sometimes this app give people the attention that they never had, give them power that they never had, give them influence that they never had, and they don't know what to do with it because they never had it. So when they get it, they misuse it, they abuse it, and then you find out this person ain't really nothing in real life, but on the internet they the man. That's like in high school when your parents taking care of you, you getting all the nice things, you're the man. You got a new whip, you got fresh clothes on, new gym shoes. Your parents buying all that. But then skip 10 years later, you go to the reunion, they a bum. Parents stopped taking care of them, they never did nothing for themselves. But the nerd is now CEO of a company. The kid who had the raggedy pants is now an NFL star. The girl that everybody laughed at because she had raggedy clothes, now a supermodel. That's how life works out. That's how life works out, man. That's how it worked out. But now, people can come online and build that persona, But when it, I mean, that's what happens. You see these people getting exposed. Like when I first heard of doxing, like, look, this is how green I was, right? I'm keeping it 100, right? This is how green I was. When I first came on here, I was on here with my real name. It was my real estate page. I never did nothing with it, but when I learned about YouTube, that's the only page I had on YouTube. So I went to chats and I was in the KB sector, the Kwame Burrow sector, and I only went to his chats, right? When I found out it was a live chat, because I used to just watch the videos, and I'm like, oh, these people talking, like, oh, this real time. And then, like after a day or two, he shouted somebody out, and they was in the chat. I'm like, oh, the people in the chat got pages, so I start checking them out, and I'm like, hold on, man, they talking about this other person, like, oh, who is this other person? So I go check the other person out, and I'm like, hold on, they was all cool at one point. I'm like, man, it's like a damn soap opera, Days of Our Lives. So I'm like, I didn't think it was real. I didn't think none of this was real. Like once I seen all this, I'm like, this just like a soap opera. Like, oh, okay. And I'm like, no, these are like real people. Like these like everyday people doing this shit. Like this shit is nothing but a Facebook. Like that's all this is. Like I didn't know. I thought YouTube was just videos you watch. And then I'm like, live chat. Okay, what they live chatting about? Okay, cool. And then like I was really into the boxing, but I was just listening. Because at this time I had my eye surgery. I couldn't see anyway. So I would just listen. My wife or the nurses, I just tell them to put because at that time I forgot who was fighting. But I told them that, I had a boxing channel, Blue Blood Sports TV. I told them just put it on his channel and I listened to it. Like because it was like it'll go from video to video. But when I started working a little bit, I started finding other channels, and I found that Kwame Brown channel, and yeah, so that was my experience. And then I'm like, oh, these people crazy, and I'm like, people pulling up at people's houses and stuff. I didn't even know about the other sectors. I didn't even know about sectors at this time. I was just in that little area. And then I went to the conscious community. And I'm like, man, they beefing over here. Like, this shit weird. Like, everybody beefing. Like, these real people, everyday people, people at their job at Walmart showing, like, man, this is weird. And then I realized, like, these are just regular people. Why did I expect anything different? Why would I expect anything different? What up?
Hey, my bad. Had to give me another charger.
Remember Rugrats? They did Rugrats grown up. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, to grab another charger.
Yeah, what you talking about?
I'm going back to the chat. I was just saying how I ran into YouTube and how weird it was when like I didn't know like people be doxing. I didn't even think it was real. I thought it was all a show. Like I didn't know like I was in that Kwame Brown sector, so like I heard him shout out. I think it was self talk. It was another content creator, and then I went and watched their video, and then it was old dude, Gravity Takeout, and at the time, I think he was beefing with Damn D, and I'm like, oh, this is real, like they was cool, like, and I'm watching, and then Damn D beefing with Sister T, and I'm like, oh shit, then Mr. Skinny, I'm like, man, this shit crazy, this shit like a soap opera. I'm like, this is wild. So I didn't think none of it was real. Cause like when you listen, you like, hold on, bro, you can do that. Like you can say that about people, and then like, man, Damn D is like the king of drops. Like, I'm like, oh, he did that lady dirty. Like, I didn't think it was real.
Damn.
And like they was roasting, and then like old boy told old boy, I'm gonna go urinate on your mama's grave. I'm like, hold on, bro, y'all getting wild now, bro. Like, hold on, like where I'm from. Yeah, you don't say stuff like that. You can't say stuff like that because that's like a nah. That's weird, bro. Like people around you get hurt for saying stuff like that. Not even you. That's what I'm saying. It's different in the D. When people want you, they don't get you. When people want you, they don't get you. They get the people around you. They make you feel a loss. So you just don't do certain things like that. You don't tell nobody you about to desecrate no loved one's grave. They gonna get you before you do it. So yeah, that was wild. I made a live stream about it and got deleted. Exactly, abuse of power. They can't function. Yeah, man. It's like that's like when you talking about being a leader. Like if you ever been in a leadership position, it's not easy, and it's things, it's skills that you have to have, is wisdom or knowledge you have to have to do it efficiently. Anybody can do it. That don't mean you're gonna be effective or efficient in doing it. Right? To be effective and efficient in doing it, you have to have the right tools and components. So, I mean, even be willing to sacrifice your comfortability for the majority when you're in a leadership position. You might have to bite a bullet for your people. And if you ain't willing to do all that, then that ain't the position for you. You get upset and bothered that you peep game. And that's how it be a lot of times. I said, man, look, I ain't even gonna get that petty. But it's been times where people was like just faded away. And I was like, I know why. All this great technology we have today, and people choose to scream at each other and host wild. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, and that's why I mean, and like to really indulge in that, I can't watch nothing like that for too long. You know, I can't watch nothing like that too long. Because it's like I'm not gonna say I lose brain cells. I'm just not interested. It's like I got ADHD, and if something is not capturing my imagination, I get bored with it. That's just how I am. Like, I like being inspired. Nah, you keep talking, Lady Shay. You better not ever hush in my chat. I gotta get you up on this panel. You got IG? You gotta get one of the girls your IG so we can get you up here. Because when I do this, I don't think you can hit it unless you got the whatchamacallit on. But especially in this mode, I don't like dropping the link in the chat because it be some weird people. Like I hit it one day, it was a dude up here in the back, and I'm looking like, who's this? Like, no, I'm straight. Then I had to ban him from the. It was in the morning too. I did a morning live stream. I'm like, who did I drop it for to see if they can hit it? But it was some random person. I'm like, who is this? Show your face. And it looked like I don't know. I guess he tried to show me his butt or something. I'm looking like this shit weird, bro. I'm straight. Literally, I'm straight, married, happily married, 2 kids. I am not trying to see another man's behind. Hey,
That's wild.
yeah, I'm like, nah, I'm straight. I'm just gonna be honest, sick
Oh,
of hearing about. Yeah, I am
got some
sick of hearing
cheeks
that
for
too.
real.
Yeah, yeah, I ain't trying to see no cheeks. My wife got enough cheeks. At the peace or knowledge, but they fighting like moral enemies. Yeah, it was a shock to the system. Lady shit, I know. I'm all late with the thing. I was looking down, talking,
What's up, realist? He in here.
which is what I wrote solo though. And that's, I mean, that's just how you gotta be, man. The words can't even come out your mouth fully, saying shit over here. Yeah, I mean, to the fullest, the disrespect, especially known. Yeah, and see that's what I try to look, man. I try to be the example. I try so hard. Um, I just feel like you know, if you, I just feel like I got a lot of shit going on, right? I got a lot, and I'm not trying to throw it away because somebody emotional or somebody don't have what I have to lose. I'm not trying to throw the stuff I work for away because of that. So I try to avoid people. I try to avoid circumstances and things like there's certain things that I watch I don't type because of the potential. Um, so I just got real things going on. I come over here to try to build new positive things. So it's like I don't have time for it, man. I got kids, man. I got a wife. I know everybody say that, but that means something to me. Like I don't why do I want to be all upset on the internet and take that energy off to my family? It's my responsibility to protect them, not only from outside threats, but inside threats, including me. So no, I'm not gonna put myself in a position where I'm gonna take no man. I don't care how much you say, whatever happened on here, it do affect you in real life. Your thoughts and emotions are affected. It's influence. Anything you give attention to, I don't care if it's a TV show, it's gonna influence you. People cry off of watching movies. People feel some type of way off of watching a movie, and the movie is fake. It's not even real, but people still feel emotions off of it. So you think YouTube ain't gonna have that a deeper effect? Come on now. Yeah, I ain't really been on TikTok, but even that other I keep saying bingo, but even that app, people who been over there and come over here, they still say YouTube worse. That's crazy. Did Anti say that? Did she say YouTube was worse? Or no? Was it? Uh,
She said BIGO was worse.
didn't one of her friends say the other one was worse when she asked? Was it intrinsic? Or she said YouTube was worse?
I think she said YouTube, yeah.
But Anti said the other one.
BIGO.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
In my opinion, I don't know. I ain't been over there long. I know they're ignorant and it's easier access to people. I will say that over there. But over here, I mean, I done seen people lose, get deleted because of beef on here. I don't know if that happened over there. YouTube is its own world. That's why when people, what is that? Oh my God, how did it slip? Um, what is the virtual reality world they talking about now? Um, like where you can go to the concerts with the visors, like you can really be at the concert. What is that? The metaverse, right? That's what YouTube is. They talk about, oh, that's no, this is the metaverse. People create new lives on here. This shit is like playing The Sims. That's that's how people treat the. You remember back in the day when you play The Sims? It's like you get to live through some virtual reality. Like you get to live through the character. That's what this is. And if people don't think this is not intentional, I guess that's the best way I can say it. No, I'm gonna keep it 100. If you don't think this shit ain't social engineering, you need to study. If you don't think this is, you need to study. Like, man, psychology is a motherfucker. Like when you really get into it, like the marketing is like psychology. Like to be in marketing, you have to understand what attracts people. So they're enticing you to their product. They're manipulating you to buy their product. That's what all the jingles are. That's what all the commercials are. You see the Big Mac on TV. You're like, oh man, that might look good. Look how perfect that lettuce is. The buns are steaming. You get there, that damn thing flat as hell. Got all the damn sauce leaking out. Like, man, this ain't what I seen. Oh man. And that's respectful right there, lady say. That right there, you can't do nothing but respect. You got to. You got to. You gotta say I'm a you don't be on TikTok no more. A lot of trolls, yeah. They wild over there. They do some wild stuff, but they do wild stuff over there too. I'm still going through the chat, my bad. Plenty more. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. Yeah, definitely. That's definitely why. That's why they push all that. But that people like to be distracted. Like I still haven't heard a rational reason why athletes get paid more than doctors or teachers. I haven't heard a rational understanding. These are things that we do as a pastime. These are things we do as kids. They games, but we'll pay people more for entertaining us. Even the movie stars, the rappers, we pay them more. We pay them more for entertaining us, and entertainment is just a form of distraction. That's all it is. Than the people who educate us, who take care of us, who heal us. Like that's weird to me, but it's accepted. It's widely accepted because that's what people want. They want to be distracted. People desire that. Just like they that I'm I don't know. I wish I knew somebody who understood genetics on a high level, because I would ask them, is that associated to worshiping? Because I think it is. I think worshiping is a distraction. The worship is to distract you from what's on the inside. If you worshiping, how can you nurture what's on the inside? That's some outside shit. So to me, entertainment is another form of worshiping. And that's all a distraction. It's to distract you, from what's in you. So I don't know. That's just a theory. Dee Dee, Dee Dee, Dee Dee, Dee Dee, Dee Dee, Dee Dee, Dee Dee. What up, Dee Dee? I want to read some more articles on that. The worshiping gene they found. They say we are genetically coded to worship. That shit crazy. That shit crazy. Can you imagine that? It's just in your DNA to worship something. But everybody ain't got that genetic coding. So, but that's weird. Or what if they turned it off? Where's Billy Carson when you need him? But what do you think, Dave? Did you fall asleep on me?
I'm here. What do I think about what?
Do you think worshiping is a form of distraction?
Yes, because you're focusing on the outside and not focusing on the inside.
For escaping their reality. And that's what I'm saying. People will pay more to escape it than to fix it, because anywhere it go, you got to come back to it. Yeah, I think, and that's just our opinion. I mean, I just feel it's a distraction, and just like she said, because you're focusing on the outside and not the inside, and everything comes from the inside. Everything starts from the inside. You ain't right on the inside, you ain't gonna be right on the outside. No, it's all programming. The way we train our brain, we don't know anything of self right? Because people have this innate desire to feel accepted, and they will naturally do things that they wouldn't naturally do if they wasn't around those people or in that environment, just to get that acceptance. So I think it's all, because even it's just different aspects, really. Because even worshiping, we were indoctrinated. A lot of us was indoctrinated from youth to worship. That wasn't something we naturally did. We were naturally inquisitive, right? We was trying to figure things out, touching things, grabbing things, pulling things, tasting things. We was just trying to figure everything out naturally. But then we get trained, or I like to say indoctrinated, and to do this, do that, when we innately understand how to gain knowledge. And that's through observing, using our five senses. But then we train to use one at a time. Choose over and over. It's like a fix. It's like a fix. Escaping. That's why people, get hooked on drugs and do drugs, to escape the reality. But when they come down, then they trying to get that next hit to go back up, to get away. Instead of fixing their reality. That's why we reshape over here, right? We give you the tools that you can use, to reshape your reality, give you the understanding. Um, I share the wisdom I gained over the years. I know I do it subtly, but if you really pay attention to what I say, you'll get it. You'll get it. I plant seeds. I ain't about to come up here and try to sound all philosophical. I try to explain it in the most layman's terms so anyone who listening can pick up what I'm putting down, you know, until the thought or intentions became exactly. And that's, I mean, if you think about it, even the kid, watch a baby, watch a kid, like just watching my daughter, she won. When she don't know what something is, first thing she do is grab it. She'll put it in her mouth and see is it edible. I mean, she looking at it, she touching it, she tasting it. I don't know, she smell it. If she can hear it, she go listen to it. But she using all five senses to figure out, to observe, to see what this is, what it does. You know, she can't comprehend what I'm telling her yet. So she doing it for herself. And that shit is amazing to me. You know, you can learn so much from watching something brand new because it's just go do things instinctively, right? Just naturally, you know, and watching her is like, it just gives me confirmation on how I analyze things. Because I use all five senses, six really, seven if you want to be technical. When I analyze things, I use seven different senses. But that's all a fact. Better not worse. Yeah, you leave one thing to replace it with another. And you know what, Commander? Like, that was one of the tools I learned from helping like addicts. Right? You have to replace the addiction with another addiction. You just got to make sure it's positive. You know, something that'll benefit them. You know, addiction is only bad if it's hurting you, but even addiction has duality. You can be an addict to something that's beneficial to you. I mean, an addict is, I mean, be honest with you. So the best way to help someone that has like a bad behavior or an addiction is to replace it with something positive. Because if you take it away, they go be lost. And eventually they go revert back to what they know. So you have to give them something that's beneficial and just as useful. Yeah, some people are, and I had a bad addiction to the Commander. My wife used to get mad at me. I'd be lifting weights and my shoulder would pop out of place, and I snap it back in place and keep going. She'd be like, "You gonna kill yourself?" Like, hush, woman, I'm pumping. Leave me alone. That was the way I transmuted energy. You know, it was either that or drinking. You know, that's what I replaced my drinking habit with. Like when I said working in a hospital, you had some real stressful nights, and you just want to not remember that. So what you do? You grab a bottle of Patron. You get halfway through it, and you forget why you started drinking, and you just finish it. So instead of going to the stove and going home and drinking that bottle, I went to the gym, start working out. Like I used to work out before, but I made it a habit every night when I got off work to go to the gym. Anytime I got off work, I went to the gym because I can go in there and lift weights and I feel better. So, you know, that's what I replaced my drink. It was easy because if I drink, I couldn't lift. Yeah, you have to be an addict to self, you know. All the tension, I'm telling you, man, because it was days that, you know, you have a hard day at work because of the patient, you have a hard day at work because of the staff. And it's like you want to keep your job. You have to get that off. You know, you have to get it off, or it'll just build up to the point where you blow up. So I made sure I went into work every day fresh. You know, So I mean, just adopting things like that. Martial arts. I mean, every weekend I went and sparred. You know, either went tumbling on the mat or striking. So sometimes, hitting people and getting hit, that did the job. Going to workout did the job. Training people did the job. Anything where I can, express my emotion and not verbally do it, but physically do it, was a huge de-stressor for me. Physical action, that was a huge de-stressor. But that's important, man, because you can't bottle stuff up because you will explode at the smallest thing. You can bottle so many major things up and it'd be the smallest thing to make you explode. So you definitely have to work out that tension, work out that stress, work out that anger. You got to let it out. You got to transmute it. You can use that for something positive. I used it for working out, get healthy, end up becoming a vegan. I mean, it's benefits in transmuting energy. You just got to find your way. What do you? Some people write music, some people dance, some people clean. I mean, whatever you enjoy doing, focus on that. Yeah, yeah. On a job, gotta do a couple of reps to not boil over. Yeah, when people, especially unjustly, like especially like you find that a lot of times. Like I had a friend ask me like, why does his spouse always take things out on him and never the people that she mad at? And I told him because she feel comfortable with you. She know she can explode and do whatever, and you go accept it. You go forgive her. It ain't really gonna be no confrontation. But with the other person, she knows it's gonna be a confrontation. People usually lash out on who they feel comfortable with, and there's different variables involved with that. It can be comfortable because you ain't gonna do nothing, or I don't think you'll do nothing, or you ain't capable of doing nothing. You know. So, yeah, I can't stand that when people because I come off so cool and meek and laid back, and it's like, no, I'm a dragon, bro. I'm a dragon. I blow flames. I just choose not to because I'm busy doing other stuff. I rather use my flames to create than to destroy. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to create. I ain't trying to destroy nothing. But that don't mean just as good as I'm creating, I'm probably better at destroying. Oh man. Papa Will, what up, though? Appreciate you, Papa. Hey, they found Jesus behind the bars, huh? People wait till they go to jail to get religious. That's where it usually happens. You need something to hold on to. But she said they usually get out of jail. Oh man. That dragon energy, I'm telling you, man. That's where I'm residing in that dragon. You ain't seen that it's a clip that I got. It's a thumbnail, I think that I have. But when you see the eyes, those are dragon eyes. I didn't put the dragon on there, but where is it at? I don't even see it. Oh, did I make that a short? I might have made that a short. Yeah. No, it's a thumbnail. I think it's a thumbnail. But yeah, those are dragon eyes. You're definitely right. 2024, we in a dragon. Yeah, the dragon. Unleash the dragon, not that dragon, but yeah. Not the Cisco Dragon. I'm chilling, Papa. I'm chilling, Papa Will. I'm still in the chat. That's what's up. Papa Will said, I've been up since 5. Yeah, I've been up. I missed my dentist appointment this morning. Woke up, got ready, and fell asleep. Laid back down and went to sleep. It overslept. So I got to reschedule it. It took me a month to get in, so I don't know how long it's going to take me to get back in. I know they pissed. I ain't even called. I was on last night, wasn't I? I was on last night. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was on last night. But yeah, what was it talking about? But yeah, even that it was a comment up there earlier when you was talking about accountability, Lady Shay. That's one of the things that we missing in today's society is accountability, self accountability. I don't care about holding nobody accountable. I ain't trying to hold no grown ass person accountable. Man, they got mamas and daddies and brothers and cousins and sisters. They got all that. That ain't my job. I'm straight. I ain't trying to hold nobody accountable, especially if we ain't doing business. And if we doing business, I'm only doing business with responsible people. If you have responsibility, you'll have accountability. That's just how it works. They one and the same thing. One is before the action, one is after. So if a person is responsible, if they make a mistake or do something wrong, guess what? They gonna be accountable. So that's what I look for. People who are more responsible. The more responsible you are, the less accountable you have to be. That's just how it works. That's just the functionality. So if a person is just reckless, why there's no purpose of even assuming they can be accountable. Look how reckless they are. They're not responsible. So that's just a waste of my time. I ain't got time to be raising nobody grown ass kids trying to keep them accountable, make them accountable. I'm straight. I be hearing people, how you gonna hold somebody accountable? What you gonna do? Make them get off the internet? You gonna go whoop them? Like how you go influence or enforce accountability? That's what it is. Either you have the influence to hold somebody accountable, or you have either you have the influence or if you have uh, the force. The only two ways you gonna hold somebody accountable. Yeah, I was on last night. I didn't think. I think I stayed on for like an hour or two. No, I think I stayed on 2 hours. Yeah, I think I stayed on for about 2 hours. No, I got off around 2 o'clock. Yeah, I think I got off around 2 o'clock. But I be hearing that I'm gonna hold this person accountable. Like that shit sound weird. I don't know. I just don't. You go talk about them? Like what you gonna do? I'm gonna make you feel bad about yourself and I'm gonna hold you accountable. What if you can't make a person feel bad about themselves? There's people on here, they that's who they are, and they can boldly be. They don't care about what you say, how you say it. They don't bother them. They not shaking or stirred. They like the fuck shit. They down for it. That's why they come on here. So you ain't holding those people accountable. They don't care. Like that. I'm straight, man. You got some real sociopaths and you got some real psychopaths on here. You ain't holding them people accountable. You don't have no authority. You can't lock them up. I mean, I don't know. Hey, and that's what it is right there, Commander. That's what it is right there. And that's what I'm saying. Hey, really? Hey, that's all I can do is hold myself accountable. I ain't, I ain't trying to hold no grown ass adult accountable. If they don't want to do right, they don't want to do right. I can't do nothing about that. That's them. I mean, shit, just stay away from them. I guess that's how you hold them accountable. Is that it? Don't watch or view? I don't know. I'm still waiting for somebody to show me how you hold somebody accountable on the internet. You get their channel taken. I mean, I guess you can do that, but even that shit is weird, man. Yeah, once self accountability is on the table, then and so even that, right? So for me to be accountable, like if I did something to Brother Keith, right, and Brother Keith don't tell me I did something, I can't hold myself accountable for doing something to him unless I know I did it intentionally. But if it's maybe I crossed the boundary that I didn't know, we learning one another. We don't know one another. Let's be real. Unless you talk to someone and both of y'all been 100, you don't know no one. And even that takes time. Even if y'all been 100% with one another, it takes time to learn people. And this is coming from someone who studied fucking people. You know why I study people? So I know if I can interact with them or not. I don't do it out of malice intent. It just is naturally happens, right? Where I pay attention and observe people. And then I understand how I can interact, if I can interact, and how to interact. You know why me and Tay get along so well? And she'll tell you, I never tried to control Tay. She said something earlier, right? I don't know if it was in a live or we was on a conversation, but she was like, "Word can't make me do nothing I don't want to do." And I'm like, "You damn right." And I never tried. Only thing I can do is submit a request. That's all I can do is submit a request. Like, hey Tay, what you think about this? But that's all you can do with anybody. I don't do that with my wife. They like people ain't animals to me. People ain't cattle to me. So why do I need to control? They're not pets to me. I don't feel the need to control another human being. Not me. I don't feel that. Even if we in a group and I'm the leader, I ain't trying to control you. If you don't want to be here, don't be here. But if you're here, you ready to work and put work in and get shit done, let's rock. But if you're not here for that, no, I don't want you here. But I'm not gonna try to control you. I ain't gonna force you to do the shit. Just see your way out and have a good day. There's no malice intent. Like people are so sensitive, right? When we say we not for everybody, what don't you like? Who is for everyone? I'm just saying something that should be known. Everyone is not for everyone. So if you feel like that's like shunning you or saying you ain't accepted, that's your fault. I never said that. I just said we not for everybody. So once you understand what we are, then you can figure out if it's right for you. Ain't nobody forcing nobody on nothing. But that's how sensitive people are. Oh, look at that. Oh, we not for everybody. What that mean? Exactly what it motherfucking say. What do you mean? You think is everyone a Freemason? Is everyone a Delta or everyone a Kappa? Is everyone a Marine? Is everyone a doctor? Is everyone a nurse? Is everyone in the art? No, because those professions, those jobs, those organizations ain't for everybody. And the 9 ain't neither. We just say it. We just say it. That's it. I'm just transparent. Look, I got a business. I got a profession, right? I don't come on here with a stick in my ass. Oh, don't do this, don't do that. That's not professional. Look, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be raw with you. That's it. That's all I can do. If you want somebody to hold your hand and pat your back and tell you good job, go find that person. That's just not me. I've never did anything in my life that was successful pandering people. You know why? Because it made me sick. I don't kiss ass. And if this is not acceptable, I'm not for you. But I'm gonna resonate with some people. No matter how I deliver my message, people go hear it. The right people will hear it. And that's who I'm talking to. That's who I'm talking to. You know, like I said last night, where I'm at in life and what I'm trying to do in life, I don't fuck with weak people. I don't. And I can be a bad guy for that, but I'm just not built for that. That's not what I do. It's people out here who do. That's their job. I do my job. I rocks with people who ready now. That's what I do. That's why I'm not a psychologist. I'm not interested in that. I ain't trying to help people heal from the past. That's their job. I'm here to help people move forward. So I'm a life coach. Coach people up for life, the game of life. That's what I coach you up for. I can't help you with your past. Not my profession. We can have talks on here. I can give you some things. I can share my experience. That's all I do on this channel. I share my experience. I don't tell you how to do X, Y, and Z. I just give you the tools that I use. And if you can use them, fine. If you can't, then it is what it is. Leave them there. Somebody else can. But when I'm coaching, I'm getting you ready for the game. So no, that's something different. I got strategies. I got plans. Oh, we go make it do what it do. That's what I'm good at. Strategizing, planning. I'm very good at that. I'm good at seeing things in people and bringing it out. I'm good at that. So that's why I coach. Instead of being a counselor or a psychologist, I'm straight. I can share my experiences, and if you can use some information from that, then fine. If you can't, then oh well. I shared it. I put it out there. It ain't for you. But this whole life ain't comfortable. It's just not. Life ain't comfortable. And if that's what you need, you're around the wrong person. I'm legally blind. I got different things going on with me, and I don't feel bad for myself. I make jokes and I laugh about it, and I push through it. Why? Because I'm a badass, and I'm not apologizing for that. And I'm not accepting nothing less than that. I just don't, and I don't have to. God damn it, it's my life. Hey, Commander. Hey, on to the next one. On to the next one. Hey, sis, that's what I'm talking about right there. And that's why I say, like, man, I know I'm not for everybody. Like in real life, it's people who don't like me. It's people, if they came on here, they'd be like, look, dude, cool, but he an asshole. Because I am. Like, I'm very blunt in real life. Like, somebody would be talking to me and I just look at them and walk away because I'm not interested in what they're talking about. And I have that right. What they gonna do? Whoop my ass? No, I don't want to hear you. So I'm gonna walk away. But this is me being pleasant. This is me being cordial. Now, if I was to say what I feel, then it'd probably be a bigger problem. I probably hurt somebody's feelings. But when I walk away, I hurt their feelings too. Look, you go get one or the other. I'm not interested. So I'm not gonna listen. Why would you make somebody listen to something they're not interested in? That's like when people go in people chats like, oh, you're boring. Like, you took the time to type that instead of just going to find something else you're interested in. That tells me more about you. You're a loser. Like, if I'm strolling through YouTube and I hear some stuff I don't want to hear, I don't type in the chat like, oh, you're boring, you're this, you're that. Why would I do that? I ain't got time. I just go find something I want to watch. I just go find something I want to watch. Like earlier, somebody came into a chat like, all y'all fake. But you can't explain. So again, that says more about you. Like, people got to come on fake profile and tell you how they feel. What does that say about you? You ain't gonna never see a word with a fake profile. I don't have to. If I got something to say, I'm gonna say it. Half of the time, I don't say it. Be HP. What up, sis? I appreciate you. Half the time I don't say things is because it's not. I don't have to. Like I don't have to tell people how I feel about them. They're my feelings, so it is what it is. But if you say something, then I have the right to respond, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna react. I'm gonna respond, and you might not like it. 9 times out of 10, you ain't gonna like it because the response is well thought out. And when I think, it ain't good all the time, and it ain't gonna be no malice intent. I'm gonna just simply talk about what I know, and the things I know is behavior and personality. I know that very well. Your live cut down to 30 minutes. That's what's up. That's what's up, Pop. But it's like I don't come on here for all that, so like it's just easier. That's like you having a breakup with someone, right? I had bad breakups and I had breakups where the people still cool. We just agreed to go our separate ways. Yeah, we had some fun times, we had some bad times. We say it ain't working, so you go your way, I go my way. And we cool to this day. And there's some people I would never talk to again. And you look at what's the differences between those two. In my opinion, it's maturity. Is maturity. I dated an older woman, horrible breakup, horrible. I dated a woman my age. She was like a couple months older than me. Broke up. We still cool to this day. We just didn't work, but it was maturity. We both agreed, like, you know what? You ain't happy. I'm not happy. This ain't working. So, we just go our separate ways. And we did that. But that's two mature people having that conversation, having that understanding. Like me personally, if I ever cared about you, I ain't trying to go to war with you. Because then that just showed I never cared. To me, it just showed I never cared in the first place. If I go to war with you after we was just cool, that's just how I look at it. So I don't do it. I try to avoid it the best I can, but I can only, like Rilla said, I can only hold myself accountable and I can only be responsible for myself. I can't be responsible for no one else but me. I can't dictate what anyone does. Not even really think about this, right? You know how they say the parents can do everything, like raise the kid right, um, do everything they were supposed to do the right way, and the kids can still turn out bad. A parent cannot be responsible for their kids' action, not when they making decisions on their own, even when they not in front of them, right? I'm talking about they can walk outside and the parents be inside and they can do some fuck shit. And the parent's supposed to be responsible because you're supposed to watch the kid all the time. An action is an action is done by an individual. You can teach the person, you can tell them right from wrong, you can even punish them, but that's not going to stop the individual from doing the action. No matter what my mother did, I did what I wanted to do. If she knew about it or she didn't, I still did what I wanted to do. So for my mother to be responsible for me, to me, I understand the concept, but at the end of the day, she can't dictate what I do. She can only teach me and show me the right things to do. It's still up to me to do it. So no, I can't be responsible for nobody. To bid a rival, 0 to 1,000. And I feel that. I mean, I just try to put myself around responsible people, people who have some of the same morals and values, and they ain't gonna be the same. They gonna be different. But a person who respects me enough, um, and I can respect them. You know, that's how I get to it because, like, for me and what I'm trying to do, to be honest, I can't do it alone. I'm just being honest. I can't. I know I can't, and I'm not gonna try to. So, um, but I'm not gonna accept anything or anybody. I'm gonna make sure I got the right pieces in place. Like when you play chess or checkers, anything you play is multiple pieces for a reason. You can play Monopoly by yourself, but then you got to start building property, right? That's what makes you successful. Is other entities. None of these rich people get rich on their own. It's different people who did different things that helped them accomplish their goal. If you think about Carnegie, you know, if he ain't had people working for him, how can he be rich? J.P. Morgan, if people wasn't working for him, how can he be rich? If he ain't have CEOs and other smart people around him, how can he make the decisions he made? Even the president got a cabinet of advisors. You know, even the top positions, kings and sultans, they got people who advise them, help them make decisions. You know, so nothing can be on a major scale, I would say. You can do things individually, but on a major scale, ain't nothing be accounted. And I'm trying to, I think big, man. Like even with this whole 9%, with us, this ain't just YouTube. This ain't just YouTube. And we putting things in place and it's patience and doing things the right way. You know, so that's what I'm saying. This ain't just YouTube. This is beyond YouTube. I'm literally building a legacy, and I found the right people to help me. And I got people coming from in my real life helping me. Oh man, I can't wait. It's gonna be a freaking Picasso watch. Right there, D Shep. Right there, D Shep. Network is huge, but the circle is small. That's how you build it. That's how you build it. Like-minded individuals, yep. And that's and see those two aspects right there. The soul tribe. That this I take that as the aspect of, I'd say like-minded and like-hearted. So it's dope that, Mr. West put like-minded individuals and HP hit it with the soul. That's dope because that's what I always say. Those two aspects is the type of people I look for. People who think like me and people who feel like me. I look for those two aspects because with those two things, we can accomplish a lot of things on different levels. I can rock with you if you think or feel like me. Yeah. And look, I look at people like this. Don't get my back. Take my side. Be side to side with me because I can't look, man. I'm straight with people behind me. I can't see what you're doing. Don't have my back. We arm to arm and we go get down. Let's get down. We go side to side and we go back to back. I take the front, you take the back. Let's rock like that. But if you behind me, you might use me as a damn shield, let alone stab me in my back. That's how I look at that. Well, first I got your back, like, nah, I need you to take my flank, homie. I need you on my side. Nah. We can go back to back. Yeah, if you take my back like that, we back to back. You covering one portion, I'm covering the other one, then we can rock. But yeah, you might use me as a shield, bro. I'm straight. I'm straight. People will use you as a shield or a weapon. You got to be careful of that. People will use you to deflect things from them, or people will weaponize you and use you against other people they don't like. You got to be careful. I seen that so much on this app. Like, damn, homie, a human shield. He just deflecting everything. Oh man, that's wild. Then I seen people like, damn, you get charged up and you attacked, and you ain't even know what was going on. You ain't had a full story. That's the thing too, right? Getting into that, and then I'm probably gonna get off here, right? But I did want to telekinesis is definitely a real thing, not just oh yeah, I know. I definitely know. My armor protects me from being stabbed in the heart or the back. I feel that, Papa. Mr. West Fact, I don't walk in front of my people, although I may stand out. But all in all, we walk together. Exactly. See, Mr. West? Have my back, have my front. That way I can watch each other's back. That's what I'm saying. We go back to back, man. We straight. You know, that's the only way. We have to, our backs have to, you take one side, I take the other side, we can get down. You know, other than that, you need to be on my side. I just always try to leave the ball in the court to determine. Yeah, yeah, that's facts too, real. Yeah, that you know what you know, and that's why I say my intent is never malice. Even when my intent is malice, then you'll know. You'll know. You know when my intent is malice. But even when things I say sound harsh, it's out of love. It really is. You know, I just know it ain't no other way to say it but to say it. You know, sometimes you just got to say things the way it is. There's no way to articulate it to make it digestible. You just have to say it. And it's not out of malice. It's not because I hate you. It's because I love you that I'm even taking the time out to tell you. That's how I be looking at it. But I can't determine how people receive things. So the 6, the 9, and the 3 again. Yeah, and that's the thing too, bro. It's like it's I look at it as duality, right? Either like when you give it, one or two things gonna happen. Either you gonna get it back or you not, you know. And like you always say, act accordingly, predicated upon me personally. You know, I act accordingly, predicated upon another person's action. Like I do what I'm supposed to do. I do the right thing, and it's up to them to follow suit. If they don't, then it is what it is. If they do, then we can work. But I mean, that's the thing, man. Like, think about this, right? And this is like what Tay was talking about earlier, social intelligence, right? Emotional intelligence is attached to social intelligence, right? That's a they they different, but they not. Like social intelligence includes emotional intelligence, right? So everyone processes things different. So if something happened between me and Lady Shay, right? Lady Shay might need time, right, to process things and work it out and think. You know, maybe she don't want to be in her emotions, so maybe she want to think, then vent out. Me, on the other hand, I might want to handle the situation quickly. Now, if I look at her like, you took too much time, I don't want to handle it, it's too late, then I'm only taking myself into consideration on how I feel. If she only look at it like, well, I need to process it. I don't care if you want to. Then she's not taking my perception or the way I process things into account. So where social intelligence comes in at is understanding not only your method of processing things, but other people, and try to find a compromise. Maybe she need 3 or 4 days. Maybe I need 1 day. Maybe we meet at the second day. That's how you practice social intelligence, not only taking yourself into consideration and your own feelings and thoughts, but other people. If you socializing with them, right? That's how that works. It's not just about you when you socializing. It's also about the other person. And if you can't take that person into consideration, their thoughts and feelings, you don't need to deal with them. That's just how it works. Because other than that, it becomes a dictatorship. It's not about what other people feel, it's about what I feel. And if that's not acceptable, then it is what it is. Hey, that's perfectly said, Papa. Because that's where it starts first. If you can't respect yourself, and I notice that in people. If I see a person that can't respect themselves, how they gonna respect me? That's just how I look at it. I ain't saying it's wrong or right. I'm just saying that's the reality. I've never seen someone respect themselves, respect other people. I've seen it enforced, but I haven't seen it given. How you gonna give something you ain't got? If it ain't in you, you can't pull it out of you and give it to somebody else. I don't even know what I said, bro. I don't even know what I said. Awareness of those around you, the intention and the energy you give, period. I'm gonna have to rewind that. You laughing at me, Lady Shay? I don't. I be looking at the chat late. Poker man, respect has to be earned, and I can understand that too. I can understand that too because if you give it away, then it's people's whoever you anything you give away, it becomes theirs. And if they didn't earn it, they probably ain't gonna take care of it. So then it becomes your fault. You know, you shouldn't have gave it away when the person didn't deserve it. So I can definitely rock with that. You know, I can definitely rock with that when you say, you know, respect has to be earned because I have given so much stuff away, loyalty, respect, honesty, and it was never appreciated. So it's not the other person's fault. I gave it to them. Once I gave it to them, it was theirs to do what they wanted to do with it. So I have to be responsible and only give it to people who I feel worthy of it. So when Poker Man said it has to be earned, then I agree with that. I totally agree with that. Because I ain't giving you shit if you ain't earned it. If you ain't worthy of it as mine, I'm not giving it to you. I learned from that already. I made those mistakes, and it's not their fault. You gave it to them. That's like I heard somebody say, "Oh, I sent you this pic and you put it on the internet." Well, you shouldn't have sent them the pic, and they wouldn't have had to put it on the internet. You saying they're a bad person? You got bad judgment. You should have seen that this person wasn't worthy or was go hold it a secret or whatever you wanted to do with it before you gave it to them. That's your fault. That's how I look at it. That's your fault. You shouldn't have gave them that. You want love, but can't love yourself. You just curse yourself. Hey, that's facts too. Man, bro, that was better than coffee, man. I was tan that man. That was that turtle, that caramel turtle from Dairy Queen or Blizzard. I was about to get the Reese cup one, and I'm like, oh no, I love caramel turtles. My aunt got me hooked on those when I was little. I was their awareness of who is worthy of my time and my energy. Yeah, you better make people. Hey, look, it's your responsibility to make sure people are worthy of your time and your energy. Because if they're not, and you give it away, that's your fault. People need to stop blaming other people for being themselves. A fucked up person just gonna be a fucked up person, and if you choose to deal with them, then that's your fault. That's just your fault. If you don't see the signs, if you can't read, that's your fault. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. People gonna be who they are. I ain't trying to change nobody. Who ain't trying to change? That's asinine. How you gonna change something that ain't trying to be changed? So no, I ain't trying to change nobody. You do. I agree with that, shit. I agree with that. I can agree with that. But even then, like if it's my brand, then I set the standard. That's why I be transparent. That's why I be transparent. I'm reality. That's what I am. When I coach, I'm reality. So what you get, you go get a dose of reality. That's just what you go get. I'm not go candy coat nothing. I ain't go butter and cream it. No, I'm gonna just give it to you. So that's the standard I gotta uphold. So I agree with that. That's what my brand is. And that way I can be unapologetically me. Goes back to accountability. Accept the part you played. Remember, it's a double-edged sword. Are you ready for the truth? And that's what it is right there, Lady Shay. That's what it is. People. I mean, what was that? A Few Good Man, Jack Nicholson. You can't handle the truth. That was like one of the most profound things I've seen in a movie to this day. When he said that shit still resonates. People can't handle the truth, and that's crazy because the truth is the truth. If it's a fact, it's a fact that can be observed and confirmed. So what's so hard about it? It is what it is. Not I have, and I'm proud to say so. People that I'm talking about. Did someone say ice cream? Oh, HP. I was tearing up. So I was tearing up a blizzard earlier. I was doing the ASMR. I forgot I got this mic. I'm like, oh, they don't hear this. I was tearing it up. Yeah, D Shep, I don't judge. You already know, bro. We do not judge, man. I like that. For real, very true. Your standards are to be set and upheld by you. Yeah. If you let other people create your standards, then um, for me, it just never worked. I don't know. Maybe, I'm not going to act like some people don't need to be herded. Some people are just innate sheep. They don't know nothing else. They don't know how to think for themselves or do for themselves. They need to be directed and led. So for those people, yeah, maybe standards need to be created for you. But for me, nah, I'm straight. I create my own because I know what I can tolerate and what I can't. And just some things I'm just not, it's just not going to work. So why do something when you know it ain't gonna work? And me not being me don't work with me. It just don't, you know. Like that's why I appreciate the group, man. You look, if y'all only knew, man, Tay be getting on my head like, man, you being too soft, man, you being too nice. My wife do the same thing. Man, look, my wife be wanting me to come on here and ether people. She be wanting me to come on here and talk religion. She be wanting me to do all the, because she, like, my wife wants me to ether. I'd be like, baby, I can't do that. We building a brand. Like, I just can't come on here disturbing the peace. All right. I ain't gonna bother people who ain't gonna bother me. And then when somebody do something, she be like, get that. I'd be like, baby, look, I'm not just about to, I don't know. It's the internet. I'm just gonna ignore it. Okay. I ain't gotta deal with these people. Chill out. My wife don't like, man, she about that life. I'm telling you, she like, I'm gonna just get on here and do it. Like, no, you're not. Chill out. My wife be coming with that business, man. She don't be playing. Oh, hey, HP, I'm telling you, the 9%, I got 33 levels to it. 33 different degrees, 33 different understandings, 33 different flavors. And it's really more. I just stopped at 33. I'm talking about metaphysical, spiritual, um, mathematical. I hit it from a lot of different aspects. It's just, it looks so easy and so bland, but it's for a reason. I designed it for a reason. It has a lot of meaning to it, has a lot of purpose to it. That's why it has no choice. It's ordained by the ancestors. It has no choice but to be successful. Because all we doing is trying to motivate, inspire, and educate and have fun while we doing it. That's just the way of the nine. You know, we believe a better you is a better us. The better we are individually, the better we are collectively. So what we gonna do with the nine is just that. You know, the collective that we got. You know, we dedicated and we motivated to help people. Just not everybody. Everybody don't want to be helped. So the ones we can reach, the ones we can touch, that's what we go help. I really mean work with others, and that's facts, bro. You gotta be you regardless. If you can't be you, then you're in the wrong spot. That's how I feel. Like if I can't be me, then I'm in the wrong space. I'm straight. D Ship trying to be a philosopher tonight. Oh man, I love Lady Shay, man. Oh man. He said I have a high tolerance yet a low patience with lack of sleep. Yeah, and that's how I feel. Hey, Shep, that's how I feel about the nine. Like, ain't nobody in the nine bigger than the program. You like that poker, man? That's what I truly. It's not that I believe that; it's that I know that the better we are individually, the better we can be collectively. Because if you think about it, when you take broken things and try to build with it, you're just building something that's eventually gonna break. So if we coming together and try to build, the better we are individually, the better we'll be collectively. The better we can build with one another. You know, you get if I have insecurities, if I have fears, if I have doubts in self, and then I come around a bunch of confident people, that ain't gonna work. That's gonna cause confusion, and then it becomes a distraction. Or I have my moments. I just enjoy my group. Look, man, you gotta have fun. That's the way to the nine, bro. Look, we educate, we motivate, we inspire, and we have fun while we doing it. We gonna have fun, man. Without having fun in life, you're not living. You ain't life, and life would just be life, and you gotta have fun, man. So yeah, long as everybody respectful and everybody, we can have fun. But it's sick people out there though. You know, not you, Shep. I'm just saying in general. You see it on this app. Their fun is to fuck with other people. Is to belittle other people because of a race, because of a gender, because of a belief, because of a lifestyle. Like if you feel the need to make fun of someone else's life to make you feel better, who has the real problem? You have to look at that. Who has the real problem? So that to me be weird. I'm gonna get this night done on my son. Oh, I appreciate you, bro. I stayed on here like 30 minutes longer than what I wanted to. And at the end of the day, poker man, we all won with different shades, different everything. I mean, I believe in the universal laws. You know, the very first universal law is the divine oneness, that the divine is within everything and everything is connected. You know, so um, if you indulge into universal laws, everything and everyone is connected. It's us who disconnect ourselves because of beliefs, religions, all this other stuff, the outside of us, not the things that make us human, but the things that um, I say make us individuals. You know, those things do make us individuals, but a lot of those things are given to us. We're told we're a race. We're told our name. We're told from a young age, and you may change it when you get older, but you're given a religion. When you're a child and you practice a religion, you ain't given a choice. So all these things that define us, it ain't even our selection. It's things that we were given when we was kids, and we just followed it, and now we adults, and that's all we know. Not everybody, but most of it. So if you grew up in a family that hated people because of different skin color, is a high probability that you may feel the same. But I know people who don't. Like I know people do. I know people who my cousin. Um, okay, I ain't gonna do that. But I say like this. I know people who marry people, and the person they married loves people, just absolutely loves people. Don't see color difference, nothing. If you're a good person, you're a good person. She look at the heart and not the outside. But the family ain't like that. So I'm not gonna say if you grew up in a hateful environment that you go hate, because I seen that's not all the way true. It's just a high probability. It's just a high probability. But again, we all the same. We have different stories. That's it. One divineness. The universal law states that. So, and I rock with my universal laws because I can observe it. Like if we wasn't the same, we wouldn't even be able to mate with one another. Think about that. If you take two opposite species of animals, they can't mate with one another. And if they can, that's because they have a high genetic code. They have the same, like if you take a zebra and a horse, you can make those. Why? Because they have a high genetic similarity. Their genetics is similar. But if you take a dog and a zebra, it ain't go work. So two humans mating, and that's even weird, right? Because sometimes females have to take medication so her body don't kill the fetus because it's a foreign body, and some genetic codes it'll just wipe it out, and there's nothing you can really do. So they have to give them a medication, and they have to take it for like the first 2 trimesters, I believe, until it adapts to the body adapts to it. It helps the body adapt to the new fetus. But naturally, even if the fetus make it, the female body creates um, antibodies to protect the fetus because the white blood cells try to kill anything that's a foreign body, even the fetus. But naturally, a woman's body will create, I forgot what it's called. I don't think it's antibodies, but it's a chemical that the woman's body creates once the egg is implanted the sperm is implanted into the egg, that will prevent the white blood cells from aborting the baby. So that's dope. That's dope. So your whole life, even from a sperm, if you think about it, you've been fighting your whole life because you are that one sperm that made it. After you made it and implanted yourself, the body still tried to take you out. But you even fought through that. And then when you're born, you got to fight through life. You fight as a kid to even make it to a teenager to an adult. So our whole life we fighting. Yeah, I think it's that the RH if it's like what is it? 2 RH, is it, I know a negative and a positive. Is it two negatives or two positives? One of that, it won't it'll try to kill the fetus. All my life I had to fight. I'm telling you, literally, like from a sperm to the egg. You just had to fight. We natural born warriors. We warriors. You know, you just got to know that. With how today they are forced breeding animals to prove the very theory is madness. So I digress. It's super long. Are you talking about the Jacob story? When you talking about religion? Yeah, when Jacob breeded, yeah. I don't know if you're talking about that, but yeah, I got an interesting story about that too. Using that scripture when Jacob was breeding, trying to breed the spotted lamb to the solid white lamb. I did a no, I was part of a lecture on that. Yep, literally. Yeah, and it's, do you know it's like 3 other stories told like that, and you can equate them. You know, one with animals, one with humans, and yeah. Lady Shay be on it, man. Lady Shay be on it. But y'all, man, this has been wonderful, man. I appreciate y'all rocking out, man. Let me get my butt off here. It's 3 in the morning where I'm at. Yep, Jacob. Yep. Hey, man, I'm telling you, I told this dude up. Yeah, we had a lecture and he wanted to debate on it. And like I said, it's bad when somebody know your weapon better than you. And when you know a person's weapon better than them, then you render them, you take their arms, they weaponless. You know, you can take it right from them. So, but yeah, y'all know what I always say. Oh no, you weren't tripping. Yeah, we can break that down one day. I'm gonna get real active on Rumble and Clapper. I'm about to. I got a couple more devices. I'm about to link up once I get my studio finished. Yeah, we gonna have some fun. I'm gonna be on multiple platforms at simultaneously, so we're gonna have some fun. But y'all know what I always say: care about how you feel. These are the conversations that build nations. And if I said anything to resonate with you, do me a favor, hit that share button, tell somebody to tell somebody, help me spread the word. And please don't forget to hit that like button for your boy. I'm getting a lot of views, but I'm getting little likes. So I would greatly appreciate it if you take the time. If you enjoyed the content, just make sure you hit that like button. It goes a long way. Appreciate y'all.
Could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain, pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane, pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test, expect nothing less, you check as I'm chess, what's happening next, He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second, this life is a lesson. He got a new engine from pain, that's a blessing, new focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession, all in his possession. You got their attention, I'll leave an impression and take a redemption, just kill no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression, You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep, move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep on this evening. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try the chains, you can say no, free me. So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace